Hello, and welcome to another episode of Forging Indestructible Self-Discipline, the podcast where we dive deep into the habits, routines, and mindsets that help us stay on track and push forward, even when life throws challenges our way. I'm your host, Jonathan Fontenot, and today we're talking about something we've all experienced, setting fitness goals, especially the one about exercising more. Now, it's January, and we've all seen it before. Gym memberships skyrocket. You can't walk past the gym without seeing all the new faces, the excitement, and the motivation buzzing in the air. But fast forward just 6 to 8 weeks, and what do we see? The gym parking lots start to empty out, the treadmills sit vacant, the enthusiasm begins to fade. Why does this happen? More importantly, how can you avoid being part of that statistic and keep pushing forward with your fitness goals well past those first few weeks? Well, let's break it down. First, we need to understand the cycle that most of us fall into when we set a fitness goal. Whether it's, I want to exercise more, or I'll hit the gym 3 times a week, or I'm going to run every day. We start off with the best of intentions. January comes. The New Year's resolutions kick in and we are pumped. We feel ready to conquer it all. Day one feels amazing. You walk into that gym, you crush your workout, and you're feeling like a superhero. But here's the thing. As the days go on, the initial excitement starts to wear off. The reality of fitting exercise into an already packed schedule starts to set in. The soreness after workouts starts to feel a little too real. And slowly, that sense of excitement starts to fade. So why does this happen? It's simple. At the start, the goal feels shiny and new. But when we don't see immediate results, or when the novelty wears off, the motivation we relied on starts to crumble. And that's when we tend to give up. But here's the catch. This is when you need to rely on discipline. Motivation is fleeting. But discipline is the foundation of long-term success. And that's exactly why most people's gym memberships go unused after a few weeks. They're relying on motivation alone. Now, I'm not saying you should ignore the excitement or the motivation. You should absolutely harness that energy when it's high. But if you want to sustain it, you need to make sure you build your routine in a way that doesn't rely solely on motivation. It needs to become something you do, not something you feel like doing. So how do we do that? How do we avoid that familiar cycle of enthusiasm followed by burnout? Well, the first thing is to make it easy. I'm talking about making exercise so simple that it feels almost automatic. One mistake a lot of people make is setting themselves up for failure by aiming too high too soon. You have to start small. Start with something that feels almost too easy. If you're new to the gym, don't aim for an hour-long workout 5 days a week. Maybe start with 20 minutes of moderate activity and keep that momentum going. It sounds counterintuitive, but by keeping your goals small and achievable, you'll build the consistency you need. The key is showing up, no matter how little you do on any given day. Another critical aspect is accountability. It's easy to back out of a goal when no one's holding you to it. But when you have someone, whether a workout buddy or a personal trainer, who expects you to show up, that external accountability can make all the difference. This doesn't have to be someone who's with you in the gym every time. Maybe it's just someone who checks in with you regularly. Or even better, join an online fitness community where you can share your progress and hold each other accountable. Accountability isn't about shame. It's about commitment. You're less likely to skip the gym when someone is counting on you to show up. Now, let's talk about consistency. The key to success is showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about building a routine that doesn't require motivation to work. One of the most powerful strategies is to tie your exercise to something that's already a habit. For example, if you brush your teeth every morning without fail, make that your trigger. As soon as you're done with your morning routine, you put on your gym clothes and head to the gym. It becomes an automatic part of your day. Here's another tip. Track your progress. Every little victory counts. Whether you're tracking the number of workouts or how much weight you're lifting, having a record of your progress will motivate you to keep going. When you see how far you've come, it's easier to stay committed. And finally, be kind to yourself. The reality is, there will be days you miss a workout. That's okay. Missing one session doesn't mean you've failed. What matters is what you do next. If you let one missed day turn into an excuse to quit, that's where the problem lies. But if you let it slide and simply get back on track, you're building a routine of resilience. Remember, self-discipline isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about showing up, even on the days when you don't feel like it. Because when you can push through those tough moments, you'll build the mental toughness you need to succeed in all areas of your life. So, as you continue to focus on your fitness goals this year, remember that discipline is the key to keeping those gym memberships from getting dusty. Make it easy. Stay consistent. Hold yourself accountable. And most importantly, don't beat yourself up if things don't go perfectly. Fitness is a journey, not a destination. And with the right mindset, you'll be well on your way to forging indestructible self-discipline. I want to thank you for tuning in today. Again, I'm Jonathan Fontenot. And until next time, keep forging ahead.